Stood when the red flag went out. So it'll be Prost in the yellow and white car. In the green and white car, on the other side of the first row, will be Keke Rosberg of Finland. In the second row, the red car, Pironi of France driving the Italian Ferrari. Mansell in the John Player Lotus. You'll see that in a moment. That'll be black with gold trim. But there is the race leader, Alain Prost, by 3.2 seconds. The race is completed. Now, we're waiting for we've got the red light and the green light. They're racing again. It will be 75 laps or 2 hours of actual running time, whichever comes first. Almost unquestionably, that will be the 2 hours of total running time. So far, they have run only a little over 11 minutes. It's still Prost of France, but Rosberg of Finland right on his tail. Rosberg must take the lead by more than 3.2 seconds from Prost in order to be the true leader in the race.
Prost taking advantage on that very first corner. It was almost a drag race to that first corner, followed very closely by Keke Rosberg. He's in the Ford engine, remember, the normally aspirated engine against the turbocharged Renault. Then comes the Ferrari, and after him, in fact, comes Bruno Giacomelli and the Alfa Romeo, which seems busy traffic jam around this 30-mile-an-hour corner. Very difficult, and they're coming together here.
Problem hairpin. I can't make out that number.
Well, they're all right. They're still in good shape, and off they go, hustling themselves round there. Rene Arnoux has come up there as well. Looks like a piece of fiberglass came off there, but Alain Prost taking his advantage again from Keke Rosberg. Prost in the yellow and white car, Rosberg in the green and white car, number 6, immediately following him there. It seems that Prost hasn't opened quite the gap that he did in the very first lap.
That one particular place, Jackie, is the most frightening thing to the unschooled eye because it looks like everybody's going to hit that little point of the wall. But obviously it looks like they take aim on that but plan to be very, very close to it to have the correct line.
Well, precision's the name of the game in road racing. The driver has to be very exact, and when you're running... Oh, and look at that! Rosberg really slid out to the outside of that barrier. Sometimes it's concrete, other times metal barriers. Now coming back towards the Renaissance, going down towards the Detroit River once again with all the yachts sitting out there trying to get a good view of this remarkable event. Alain Prost, and you can see how bumpy that car is with little or no suspension along these streets that have been designed mostly on this occasion for the Grand Prix, but normally for our street cars.
Another look at the standings. Will Cheever of the United States is still in 6th place. Grand Prix. There is Prost. You see the margin between him and Keke Rosberg. So Prost is beginning to move it out just a little bit. And remember, as long as he is in front of Rosberg by anything, he is a good 3 seconds ahead.
Any further advantage he can take at this time, of course, will be to his advantage later if he has to go a little bit easier because of brakes or tyres. Keke Rosberg earlier, if you did not see it, was suggesting that there may be a little complication for these cars in the lead, at least the lead car, both with regards to brakes and tyres. Mansell and the is Prost and Rosberg and Pironi, and then behind Pironi is Bruno Giacomelli. Then it is one of the Talbots, and Nigel Mansell is coming up well. It's Prost, Rosberg, Pironi, Giacomelli, Cheever.
Well away now in the lead on what we are virtually certain is his last lap in this memorable Detroit Grand Prix. There he is. Well, he won in Austria, he won in Britain, he won in Belgium.
There we are. Greatest sight in Grand Prix racing for a driver. Such a big lead that he didn't have to put his plus on there. He's just going to cruise down. He may not even need that one extra lap that they're signalling him. But a wonderful drive by John Watson. Really aggressive stuff when he needed it without ever taking any risks. He used his... Undoubtedly, he's had a car advantage, but he's used it to absolute perfection. And the highlight of the race, without any doubt, was Watson's going through past 3 cars on 1 lap to get clear of the big hang-up was the potential group held up by the Ferrari and then get off, and it was really a bit of a walkover from there on. But a great race, and Watson now goes, that'll take him into the lead of the World Championship, and he must be a very happy man.
And as he goes into the Atwater Tunnel, we reckon, we've done a quick check on the timings, and we reckon that this is indeed his last lap. We've seen the board which tells him that, and John Watson now passes Salazar's car a second time. His McLaren has run absolutely faultlessly. He's obviously chosen the right tyres, and there is the start at the finish official. The checkered flag goes, and John Watson has, in the McLaren, won his 4th Grand Prix in his career, the 3rd third race won by McLaren out of 7 this year. Eddie Cheever there finishing or coming up to